Blue Skies is a company which manages to get 20 to 30 tons of fruit salads by air into the markets of Europe every day. Ensuring sustainability is really one of the biggest challenges for anybody who's leading a business of this sort. We are a very high-risk business, and as any of our bankers will tell you. And the reality is that, you know, in a business that has got a range of factories dotted around Africa, supplying retailers who have got hungry consumers who don't expect the shelf to be empty when they go to it, and we are served by the banking world who don't expect you to do anything but produce something positive at the bottom line. And we're being looked after by airlines who don't expect actually to have ash clouds, as happened in 2010, or mysterious things, as happened to that unfortunate Malaysian aircraft the other day, happened to them in the middle of a journey. All these areas constitute risk. And then, of course, put another layer over the top of that of geopolitical challenges in West Africa. There's no shortage of them within Nigeria at the moment, have been in Côte d'Ivoire, and look at Egypt, where we have a factory at the moment. Certainly plenty of interesting political colouring there to be sorted out. So how do we manage to actually ensure that, you know, we've got legs and longevity? Well, I think one of the ways actually is not to have a horizon. There's no way that an entrepreneur can say, well, I'm going to sell this business in 3 years' time or 4 years' time. You've actually got to have a horizon which is beyond your sell-by date. So that, you know, rather like your garden, you're planting trees for the next generation, rather than actually regarding the something that you started as a nest egg, which is going to reap wonderful golden rewards for you. That's my particular interpretation. You may be others who have different views, and I would understand that in the entrepreneurial world. But I think that's the mindset that you need in order to ensure sustainability. But you've got to be on your toes. You've got to keep that little grey matter, those little grey cells within that grey matter really, really pinging, because you've got to think of what's going to happen next. It might be the collapse of a retailer, so read their reports. It might be actually a geopolitical situation that's bubbling up, so read your Economist or the information that will be brought to you from the international press. You've got to stay on the ball and stay ahead, and it's up to you to make sure you are. You know, one important area about what we do, and an answer in many ways to the difficulties which we had with the ash cloud which stopped us flying over Europe in 2010, was developing the local market. That's become an important dimension, important aspect, also for a social reason, because, you know, the enormous pride comes from seeing the Blue Skies name on very, very high quality, freshly squeezed pineapple juice, mango juice, you know, guava, pomegranate, all these sort of juices which appear. Orange juice, the highest quality orange juice in Woolworths, which is the, if you like, the Marks and Spencer's, dare I say, of South Africa, is iconic. And it's recognised now as a sort of national treasure. So developing the local sales from an image point of view, from a pride point of view, has been very, very important in Africa. But of course it's important to us too, because it escapes some of the difficulties like flying the product to aircraft, by aircraft to market, and importantly, escaping the difficulties that emerge from any exchange rate complications. So very, very important indeed. And of course it helps to spread the risk, you know, from a strategic point of view. You're not reliant just upon 15 or 16 retailers, which you may say is enough in itself, but how much better to actually then have a large portion of your business in the local region. It might be in Nigeria, we're stretching into now, and in Ghana, for example, or Senegal, where we're hoping to develop business, or South Africa, where we've already developed business, or Brazil, where we've had tremendous success in the local market. All these places actually enable us to have a better balanced business.